What's up? It's Purpz.
What's going on with you,
Can you
Queen?
hear me? You gotta
Yeah, you
excuse me.
cool.
I've been sick since magnitude, so my voice is a little off.
Hey, would you get sick with trash performances? What's going on over there?
Yes. No, I got sick. You know, it's hot over here. I wasn't used to that. Getting in LA and it being so cold.
Cold. It was hot as hell over there.
I was freezing at night. I'm not used to that. It's still hot over here in Arizona at night.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
so
That
that
makes
kind of messed
sense.
me up.
So how's everything going?
Things have
Outside of
been
the cold and all that.
crazy. Yeah, it's just I've been working, and I know you've been seeing all the craziness, but I'm just
A little
working.
bit.
I'm just yeah. I have a lot of things planned. 2019 is my year.
I heard that. Before we get into the craziness, because I know craziness is it's a lot to unpack. I've been seeing that you've been posting flyers recently
Yes.
at GZAZ. Is that your event that's coming up?
GZAZ, that is not my event. So that is Good Intentions. That's Always Win. That's Chris Wynn's thing. I just give my input. They call me First Lady GZAZ for a reason. No, that is all them. I have been working with No Good and Good Intentions. We are doing the King of the Dot Prove Yourself event this weekend in Tucson, so I'm excited for that. Got a lot of new guys coming out ready to work. With that, I do have to say I have a few of them that are going to be rocking with me on my league, starting my league January 2019, if everybody didn't know, here in Phoenix. So I'm excited for everyone to see what they're doing. They're ready to work. They're hungry, so everybody better be ready for my guys.
I heard that. Is that something that you always were like looking to do? Was like have your own like league and throw your own events?
Before, a lot of people don't know this, but I've been in the scene for a very long time. Really just in the background, not really caring if anybody knew who I was. But I've been helping with a lot of events, booking battlers too. I finally just felt like I needed to get my name out there, do my own thing, get the respect I feel like I deserved. I don't feel like a lot of people were appreciating the work I was doing. So now, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make my own decisions, have my own league, run my own squad. Like, I'm just ready. I'm ready to work.
I heard that. So do you have, for your first event, is that going to be 2018 or is that going to be something we'll see in 2019?
We will definitely see it 2019, very beginning, January. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what's locked in right now. I was trying to aim for maybe like an end of the year event to just launch it, but no, I'm going to give myself a little more time. It is going to be my very first one on my own. So January, beginning of January is what I'm aiming for. And that's going to be huge. You guys are going to want to see. I'm not going to give too many details, but it's going to be great. Definitely look for that.
That's dope. That's dope. We definitely going to make sure that we promo that and get all the media attention around that event for sure.
Yes.
So I know you were saying that for a while, you've been in the culture, but you kind of play like the behind the scenes role. Like you really weren't looking to, for, either it was attention or just putting your name out there. Now that you are, building your brand and you're putting yourself out there, how has that experience been for you so far?
It's been hard. Um, I've gotten so much love from people too. Like, I really didn't think people knew who I was. I've had a lot of people asking to network with me just based off of what they do know. But for the most part, it's hard. The biggest challenge for me is being a female in what I call a man's world. Because battle rap, that's a man's world. So trying to gain that respect is what's been the hardest for me. Because I feel like people don't take me serious, or, I've made some stupid decisions that definitely are affecting me now, as far as, like, business, and I don't really want to get into all of that, but I'm just trying to move past that and gain my respect, and that's hard for me because I feel like people don't, how can I say it, like, I just feel like it's harder being a female. Like, people don't take me serious. I don't know how much more to.
Do you feel like that's a whole culture thing, or do you feel like that's just here in the West?
I do. No, I feel like it's a whole culture thing because, yeah, we have the female battle rappers. We have Coffee. We have Reese. We have certain ones. I just feel like even them, like, they don't get the respect they deserve. And I'm going to be completely honest. I've never really been a fan of female battle rap. I respect them. I really do, because it is hard, even just working in this culture. So for them making a name for themselves, that's huge. But business-wise, I feel like it's even harder, especially because I feel like I've had people say very disrespectful things to me, like, oh, you're nobody. It's just because, battle rappers want to fuck with you that you're even relevant. That's, like, my biggest challenge. Like, I don't want that label. I just want to work. So I don't know how the female battle rappers feel about that, but definitely just being in the culture and trying to work with battlers and just set up events and just it's been so hard. It's hard. But I love it. I love the culture. I'm not going nowhere anytime soon. I'm not letting nobody stop me. I'm ready to work.
Talk that work shit. You already know I'm always telling these Negroes about the work. So
yes, that's challenging in itself, trying to get people to be serious these days and, like, really love the culture the way we do. Because I feel like a lot of people are just doing it for fun. Like, this is life. Yeah, going back on that female part as well, like, I've even had people tell me, oh, well, you should just be a mother and take care of your kids, like you're putting battle rap over your kids, and it's not that at all. People got to understand, I got 2 jobs. I have my side hustle. I have my kids full time. I don't have support with my kids. I have my kids every day of the week, so I don't have friends that I go hang out with. I work, come home. That's my life. Weekends, yes, I try to attend events. I do my battle rap thing, but that's pretty much all I have for myself. So just getting rid of that label, like, just being, why do I have to be a woman in this scene? Why can't I just be like everybody else? Why can't I, that it's hard getting that respect.
I heard that. So, like, I'm hearing you saying, like, with the respect factor, it's just, like, moving on the business tip. Is it more so the battle rappers, or is it more so, like, other league owners or people who are, like, investors and things like that?
No, I feel like the league owners have been very supportive. I've had a lot of them reach out to me and want to network and want to work with me and ask about setting up events with their leagues. So I feel support in that sense. It's more of the battle rappers. I think that's been my biggest problem. I do have a few that have reached out to me and want to be a part of what I'm doing, but then, there's those few who just, I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if they're just coming for me because I'm a female or because I'm new. I didn't want to bring this up, but I feel like even my situation where I was doing the event and was involved with somebody in the league, that kind of messed up a lot of business for me, because now people see it like, oh, she mixed business and pleasure and she doesn't know how to separate the two, and it's not that at all. That's far from the truth. Don't really want to get into that, but hopefully I can just move past that.
Oh no, definitely. So I know you were saying like I guess that was the society event that you're
Yes.
pulled out of. You're not going to be a part of that. As far as like events in the West, like do you? Because I know you say you want to run your own events and have like your own league and a place where people can go ahead and build. Do you like enjoy just going to the events just as the fan, or when you go to events, are you thinking of it more like, whether it's scouting battle rappers or just, just kind of networking, things of that nature?
Both, honestly. Like I said, I love the culture. I've loved battle rap since I was a kid. I'm an 80s baby, so I like that, like, old school battle rap. I've always been a fan. So definitely just to watch, but I do go also to scout, and I'm more of looking for new talent, new people. I have been accused of trying to steal people's battle rappers. Just building from the ground up. All the guys that I'm getting for my league, they're all new guys that are just starting. So yeah, I'm just out there scouting. That is one of the reasons why I did go to Magnitude in the first place, was to see, who's popping, who's ready to work. Unfortunately, I did get sick and have to leave early, so I did miss a lot of the battles. But yeah, I did have one of my guys out there that I'm actually managing now, so I'm excited for that. Me and you actually talked about him while I was there.
See, you were telling me at Magnitude, you were telling me about Amil. I mean, make sure I said the brother's name right.
Yes.
Tell me about Amil.
I said
Amil,
his name wrong for the longest
fired.
time.
Amil, you were fired, sir. I will not take away your flame emojis that you had working at Magnitude. But he ain't win versus KO. I can't give him the win.
That's debatable. I've talked to a lot of people.
You know how this goes. If you battling the champ, you got to knock him out. You can't just go 12 rounds with him and expect to get a decision.
I'll give you that. But I can say he did do his thing for his only second battle. He's definitely doing his thing. He's ready. I mean, I feel like a lot of people still need work. And one thing that drew me to him is I have not been impressed by anybody in a very long time. I feel like a lot of people sound the same, have the same style these days. He really impressed me. I was actually nervous at Magnitude because I was like, you're a little too calm. Like, something's wrong. Like, you should be nervous. You should be practicing or preparing. And I'm seeing everybody else practice, and he's just chilling. And I'm like getting nervous. But no, he did his thing. I mean, definitely room for improvement, of course. Maybe if he would have just slowed down a little bit, he would have had a better performance. But I definitely was impressed.
I heard that. So going forward, because we got the rest of this 2018 year, is there anything in particular as far as events or, anything popping, whether it's where you're at in your area or maybe just anywhere in the West or battle rap in general that you're looking forward to watching?
Just everybody. I'm excited for everybody. I feel like everybody, like the leagues have been working more. I see people traveling more. That's a big thing for me is traveling, and that's something that I'm ready to do with my league. I'm trying to go all over and take over. Networking, I think, is the biggest part of battle rap. Like if you really want to get somewhere. So I'm just excited to see everybody advance, the whole West Coast in general, because I feel like even though we do have a lot of people who are progressing, I feel like we're still very overlooked. Like, I feel like the East Coast is still running things, and I hate saying that because I think we have some amazing people that can outdo the East Coast, but I still feel like we don't completely have that respect on the West Coast. So I'm just excited to see everybody work. I'm all for support and unity. So, yeah, there's nothing that I'm more excited for than the other. I try to make it to as many leagues, events, and, of course, I feel like my loyalty is to King of the Dot because that's pretty much where I'm starting. But, I have respect for URL. I love going to URL events. But, again, I just feel like the West Coast, I'm just excited to see what they're doing. I feel like with Geechee and I feel like he's really putting on for the West Coast. I feel like we needed that. I'm just excited just in general. But 2019, I'm telling you, I'm coming.
I heard that. So you mentioned King of the Dot. And
yes.
you being a part of that branch with King of the Dot, I think you would be the perfect person to ask this question to, because there seems to be this divide between, in the West I'm talking about, URL and King of the Dot. And it's almost like if you pick a side, you can't go to, it's almost like they make it where if you pick this side or if you appreciate this side, well, this other side ain't rocking with you. When it's all for the culture and it should be all for the West. Do you ever see that in your personal dealings, or?
Yes. I'm not going to really get too much into it because I got love for both. I think both are great platforms for battlers, but it has affected business for me because I have had certain people tell me, oh, we can't do that or we can't work with that league because we're not allowed to, because if we do, then pretty much our PG spot is gone. Like it's done. I don't know how true that is. I'm not really going to go too deep into it because I know people have their feelings about it. But definitely I see that. I've heard it. As far as both, I feel like URL has its own style that they look for. I feel like King of the Dot is more diverse. You can pretty much come with your own style, do your thing, as opposed to URL. I feel like it's one style. I'd like to see more diversity, if that makes sense. I don't want to get too much into it. Again, I feel like people have their own opinions and feelings on that, and I've never seen a URL contract, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Won't really speak on that, but I've heard things, and it has affected business for me.
I heard. Yeah, it's interesting because at one time before there was URL or King of the Dot, you had like Grind Time at one time, you had the Pit, you had a lot of different West outlets that were prominent, Jungle, a lot of places. And I even feel like back in those times, like, because that's what the West had, there's a lot more, I would say, unity on all sides, whether it was quote-unquote street battle rap or quote-unquote backpack rap. Now they call it URL or King of the Dot rap. It was always, I think, at one time it was a little more unity. Now it's kind of like, well, if you pick this side, you know what I'm saying, you got to go over here, you got to go over there versus, okay, we're all from the West, we're all trying to promote the West and
Right.
give the West the best opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having this rivalry, let's just go ahead and work. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily work together, but not put it out there where we're trying to step on each other's toes and make it where battle rappers feel like they have to pick a side.
Right. That's exactly how I feel. Again, I'm all for support, unity. I feel like nobody should have to choose. We should all be supporting each other. That's something that I see between little leagues also. I feel like people just down talk each other and, oh, we're better than you or you suck. Or like, we should all be just helping each other, supporting each other. If someone needs work, like let's motivate them, let's encourage them, let's say, okay, well, let's spar, like something. And that's something I've seen different. I'm not gonna say Arizona, of course, I'm from Arizona, but that's a difference I've seen with me traveling. Is here in Arizona, everybody supports each other. Everyone, all the battle rappers here support each other. I've gone to I'm going to just say Cali. Nothing against Cali. I love Cali. Cali's like my second home. But I have seen that between leagues where they're just not fucking with each other. And I don't understand that. There's a lot of people, like a lot of drama. It's just crazy to me because I'm like, you guys should be supporting each other. Like, we're all in this together. Like, the West Coast needs to get out there. We need to gain that respect. And I feel like we would have so much more respect in the battle rap culture, period, on the West Coast if there was more unity and support between all leagues. But, yeah, definitely. You got to start at the top with King of the Dot and URL. I don't know how that's going to happen, but it's definitely something I'd like to see in the future.
I heard that. So you said it a couple times on here, and now I got to put you on the spot. I got to put you on the spot. We applying pressure. Arizona battle rap. If you had to give me, I said I need a starting five. I need a starting five to go ahead and challenge any other league, any other region, any other part of the West. If you had to give me 5 battle rappers from Arizona, who's the top 5 right now?
Well, of course, we're going to start with Nitty. I would say Flo Colombo, Prophecy. Yeah.
Damn, that squad kind of cheating already.
How is that cheating?
Nitty, Prophecy, and Flo? That's a cold 3 right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people are asleep on Arizona. People are sleeping on Arizona bad. They've been sleeping on it. We got some good people here, some real good people here, and they're traveling, they're working. Like that's another thing I've seen that I wish more people would do is travel, network, get out there. Like, I feel like the league owners need to push their battlers to do more, support them more. Definitely something I'm going to try to do with my league. But I feel like we're working out here. We're getting those names up. I mean, Flo Colombo started from the bottom, the opening act on the GZAZ, the very first No Excuses card, and he's
that.
Main event now. Like, yes, and he killed it. Like, I remember watching him, and he was one of my favorite. I'm like, he is good. He is gonna make a name for himself, and he has. He's done so good here. I'm definitely proud of him.
I heard that.
That's my brother.
So far you've given me 3 names. I need the other 2.
Man.
We had Nitty, Prophecy, and Flo.
Nitty, Prophecy, Flo. I'm trying not to be biased at all.
Hey, it's your list. This is who you sending.
Yeah, I know. There's so many, though. I think definitely Hero is another one. He's very, I feel like his style is just so different. Plus, he does like the English and the Spanish battle rap. He's just super dope. I feel like people sleep on him. I think he's better than a lot of people, honestly. I think people are sleeping on him. I think he could definitely take out a lot of people. I'm going to say Nitty, Flow, Prophecy, Hero. One more. Let's see. There's so many. The last one's hard because I would say between Kid White and Why Not that's where I'm stuck because I feel like they're both really dope. Man, I don't know if you can make me choose between those two.
You trying to have a team of 5 with a 6-man just in case. Okay.
I'm just saying I can't choose out of them two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I heard that, but that's a strong team right there. That's definitely a strong team.
And I'm telling you, people are sleeping on Arizona. People better start doing their homework.
I heard that. So what's the GZ system? And I have to ask this. Mm-hmm. When battle rappers go to the GZ, in your opinion, do you view the GZ the same as the PG? Or do you think there is a difference between the two?
I don't. I think it's just a label, honestly. To me, that's what it is. To me, it's the same. You know, but people, I feel, it's so hard to explain, but I feel like they're on the same level, to be honest. I feel like GZ is the same thing as a PG. It just depends, you know, some people are aiming for that URL look, some people are aiming for the King of the Dot look, but in all actuality, they're pretty much the same thing. They're the same level.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me agrees as far as what it's meant for, like what the GZ is and what the PG is meant for. The only thing on why I would say it's not is based on how, like you said, how it's treated. A lot of people take GZ battles like, oh, it's a GZ, but it's not up there with a PG. And I think it just kind of comes with the perception and the labeling of, well, this is URL and they're ranked here, and this is King of the Dot and they're ranked here. But I do think as far as what they're meant to be for, I think that they are equal. And I think that a lot of people, as far as battle rappers, they got to start being a little smarter and thinking for self. Like, not everybody, and I know everybody's dream is to make it to Summer Madness, have Smack in the middle, you know what I'm saying, hosting your battle. I understand it. I grew, you know what I'm saying, I was watching battle rap during the time of Smack DVD, even way before that, into the 90s. So I remember Smack DVD very well. I remember ditching school just so I could go ahead and put the Smack DVD on, you know what I'm saying? I remember them days, but not everybody will make it there.
Like a lot of these battle rappers didn't start there. They're just getting into this. They don't know the background like we do. Like they didn't grow up living it. You know, they've never watched those old tapes. I feel like that's
why I
the
think
difference.
that there needs to be a battle rap etiquette class for all the new battle rappers who come into the game. There needs to be some type of class or course for them where they can understand how to move. Certain, like the way you should be talking to people out here, because some people, they start talking like this is the streets, and it's like, no, this is not. Like, nah, like there's a certain protocol that you need to be going to. Like you don't just come in the game demanding Geechee Gotti. You know what I'm saying? You don't come in the game demanding, you know what I'm saying, Lux and all that. You got to put your work in.
Exactly. And I've seen that too. You know, I've fallen out with people who I've called family, people who I've supported since the very beginning of their career. based off of that. People feel like they're entitled to things. And it's like, no, you got to work for it. If you're constantly canceling battles or making up lies to get out of battles or, that's not putting in work. If you're choking or your battles are getting vaulted because, you just didn't bring it, that's not work. You got to work to get to where you want to be. And I feel like that's why the Nitties and the Geechies and, they worked for it. They started from the bottom. They didn't cancel. I mean, it's so stupid, especially if it's your hometown and you're canceling or you're just not showing up. Let's be professional, guys. Like, you can't expect to keep leveling up and you're not putting in the work. That's something that really bothers me. Don't even agree to a battle if you're not going to show up. I mean, people don't understand, as league owners and people who put on events, it's not easy. There's nights where I don't sleep because I'm trying to make sure everything's good with an event, or people are paid, or people are booked, and, everything's locked in. It takes a lot of time, energy, money. It's not cheap either to rent out these venues and to pay battlers. And people are just taking it as a joke. Like, if this ain't what you want, if you don't want to work for it, quit. That's how I feel.
Well, a lot of these dudes, and you always notice there's some people who are in the culture who they understand this is a business. It is the culture,
right,
but it's a business, and they move
right,
like a business, and they move in ways where their brand can flourish. And then there's other people who the culture is attention, and for them, the currency that they'll be okay going home with is the attention. They don't really care about anything else. And so that's when you see a lot of people who bring half-ass performances. They clown all day on social media, but their material never matches the hype that they keep trying to bring into their battles. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people, man, and when we say work, it's not necessarily just, you're coming to a battle and perform. It's like, what are you doing away from here? What are your habits like away from here? Are you practicing your flowing cadence? Are you writing a bar down that you just thought of and going back 3, 4, 5 times to make it even better? You know what I'm saying? Are you messing with the structure of your round? Are you altering certain rounds so that you can do this? Are you adding anything different? Like, there's so many different things that people can do away from the actual battle. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people in the culture take the time to do that, and that's why you see only 1 or 2 people at a time able to be pushed, because there's not really that many people really putting in consistent work where you can just see the upgrades every time.
Right. And I feel like that's because people don't take it as serious, but people don't, like I said, there's 2 types of people in this culture, and one of them are like us. We live this. Like, we really have a love for this. And then there's people who just take it as, it's just something fun for them to do. Like, you don't see people sparring anymore. You don't see people calling up each other like, hey, listen to my round, or let's meet up, let's spar. I don't see a lot of that anymore.
You know what I don't see anymore from people, and it really annoys me sometimes. It's like, maybe if you go at 100%, I would say maybe 20, 25% is actually hungry.
Yes.
Like, majority of people, they ain't really hungry.
That.
Like, you can even tell when they rap and they be like, the gun will do this, then it will go over here and do this.
Yes.
Like, where's your energy behind it? Where's your passion?
Right.
Like, if I'm listening to some monotone, I might say, hey, you know what, this is a smoke break right here. Let me go ahead and walk outside for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think battle rappers understand, like, when you don't have energy or you're not really feeling what you're saying, the crowd can sense that. And the crowd will be in a heartbeat. Exactly. Be like, oh, let's walk outside for a second. He ain't talking about nothing.
And that's why I said nobody has really impressed me lately, because I feel like there's so many people doing that, or it's like, oh, just because I have like some fire bars, like I'm gonna win. No, your stage presence, your performance, like of course you gotta really bring it, but I feel like people are lagging, like they don't care anymore. It's just like, yeah, I wrote this last week, I'm gonna spit these bars and that's it. Like I just don't feel like anybody really cares anymore. And it's not even just like these little leagues. I've been seeing it like even on the main stage. Like I was so disappointed at Gnome 8. I'm just gonna say that one because I feel like everybody disappointed me. Like I felt like everybody on that stage just didn't care. They didn't care anymore. I feel like nobody's bringing that energy anymore. Nobody's hungry anymore. It's just, we're going to show up. We're going to do this. At the end of the day, we're going home. Like, I'm so disappointed in battle rap lately. Like, I want to see that come back. And that's another reason why I'm trying to come into this and bring these new guys who are hungry. And I'm proud of them already. I have a couple of them on this Prove Yourself event this weekend, and I'm just so proud of them. Like they're really hungry. They're ready to bring it, and I feel like we need that. There's too many people that just, I feel like they don't really care. It's just something to do for them.
Definitely. So we definitely gonna get these new people who hungry. We gonna give y'all the push. You know what I'm saying? Don't start getting lazy once your name start getting popping. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna help y'all get out there.
Like I said, I'm pretty much booked all January through March already of 2019. And I'm not gonna lie, I was having some things where I just, I needed a break from battle rap for a little bit. But I'm ready to go. No, I'm not stopping. I took my little week off, canceled some events last weekend, which I'm kind of disappointed in myself over. But, it was a week. We all have our moments. We all need a break sometimes. But I'm ready to go. I think I'm just going to plan something for the end of the year anyways. But 2019, I'm telling you, I'm coming. I'm already all booked every weekend until March. I'm going state to state, too, not just here in Arizona. We're about to travel.
Talk that diversity shit. Travel afar.
Yes.
I heard that. So before we get up out of here, I gotta ask you this question. The people want to know this. They want to know this. Are we ever gonna see Purpz G get in the ring and start talking to one of these niggas?
I've thought about it. I definitely got the drive for it, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Honestly, if I do, I'll have to take out Derez first. Derez has been calling me out for years.
Who is this?
Yeah, Derez. I know you know who Derez is. He makes all the dope-ass flyers for everybody. Yeah, he's been calling me out for years. He's even made flyers and sent them to me like, I'll see you.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. You never know. I'm unpredictable, so maybe. That's all I'll say about that.
I heard that. Well, I want to let you know I really appreciate you taking the time when calling up and chopping it up with us for, this amount of time. The next few minutes, if you have any shout-outs or anything that you want to plug, I'll let these next few minutes be all you.
Okay. Well, definitely want to shout out the whole AZ squad, GZAZ. Definitely, that's my heart right there. That's family. Good intentions. Derez also always win. Chris wins. KG, of course, he's Arizona too. Gotta shout him out. He does great things for us. My squad. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you some names. Illuminati's rocking with me. Shockwave. Got some new guys in there. I know you guys don't know some of those names. Amil, of course, he's gonna be rocking with me as well. I got to shout out Chamber Battles, Keegan. He's been like a mentor to me. He's been amazing with just helping me. You'll see some big things as far as that as well. I just want to shout out the whole West Coast. I think everybody's doing their thing. I'm proud of everybody. Everybody's leveling up. Everybody's working, networking. Let's just bring some unity, some support. Let's bring it. 2019, I want to see the West Coast get the respect we deserve finally. I guess that's pretty much it. You guys just be on the lookout for Purpz G. I got some crazy things coming. Definitely be seeing a lot more of me. And thank you, Nico. Thank you.
Oh, anytime. When you have your event, coming up and you drop the flyer and all that, we'll have to get you back on here to go ahead and promo that.
Definitely. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and anytime you're free, you're always welcome to call up. You just be over here talking shit on this show.
I'm trying to refrain from the shit talking. My mouth gets me in trouble sometimes. That's something business-wise I got to work on. I'm not trying to be like all these other battle rappers out here just talking.
I hear you. But, yeah, definitely appreciate you calling up, and we're definitely going to talk to you soon.
Definitely. Thank you. One more thing I do want to say, is as far as the society event, even though, I'm not a part of that anymore, I did leave. I do hope they have a dope event. I hope everything works out for them.